What's up, guys? So, I'm here to just make a quick video real quick and explain something, because I got a very interesting take on something last night, which is the community that is in the middle about me and them being a hater or an ally or, a viewer of mine, as a fan. And I get that some of you guys that are in the middle don't necessarily care about what's going on with myself or William Glory Hole or that whole situation, that you guys just want to be a viewer. And believe me, I respect that. I do. Because I have people that I watch that I don't necessarily care about their situations either. Or at least I used to. At least I used to be that way. But over time, I learned quite a bit. Especially over the last few months, I have learned so much, not just about myself, but about the YouTube and the online community and the viewers as a whole. And for those of you that are stuck in the middle, trying to decide on what side of the fence you're on, whatever side you choose, I hope that you're okay with that side. Whether it's being a hater or being a fan, either way, I still support you. And what made me think about this was actually a situation that happened about 5 years ago, when one of my favorite YouTubers, Alex Hefner, by Loudwire, for being a poser in the metal community. And as somebody that watches Alex on a daily basis, I watch his movie review channels or his movie reaction channels and his, his regular stuff. As somebody that's been watching Alex for the better half of almost 6-7 years now, and me just coming into my own in that metal community myself, me just getting, a full grasp within metal myself, because that's around the time when I had learned about a lot of heavier bands like Ginger and Baby Metal and all these other huge metal bands that I had no idea about. I had already known about bands like Suicide Silence, Cradle of Filth, Slipknot, all that stuff. But when I saw Loudwire calling him a poser, that struck a chord with me, because I was once new to metal myself. I was once a brand new member in the metal community as well. We all were, at one point or another. So what did I do about it? I made a video defending him. And it wasn't just me that said something. It was a lot of people that spoke out. A lot of people spoke out about that. And rightfully so. Because that dude sitting there saying that Alex is a poser just because of the titles of his videos when he was first coming into the metal community was complete trash. And he responded to every single one of us who made a video or commented defending him. When I made that video defending Alex and he responded saying thank you and that he appreciated it, that meant something to me. Like, that genuinely fucking meant something to me. And I would expect the same thing from you guys as well. For those of you that are in the middle and unable to decide. And the point I'm trying to make with that whole story, which actually did really happen, which you can look it up. Like, you can look it up. It's on YouTube. It's right there. It's from 5 years ago. But the point I'm trying to make is, if you see a YouTuber or you see somebody in general going through something, and you know what they're going through is wrong, and you see what's causing it, it's your job to speak up and say something. Don't be silent, because if you stay silent, you're allowing that darkness to linger on that person. And when you do that, that can destroy them entirely. What you guys do and say does matter. It really does. Because there's something that I never really told anybody. When I sat there and I watched the documentary on the Inquisitor, who was a TikToker, when I went back and I watched the unedited videos of his live stream, and I saw some people in there not helping out and some people trying to genuinely help, that stuck with me. And the point I'm trying to make with that is this. If you see something going on and you see something going wrong, don't be silent. Do not be quiet about it. Because your silence or your speaking up and speaking out and trying to help or not helping can sometimes determine whether that person lives or whether that person dies. And let me tell you, I expect the same thing out of you, out of all you guys. I expect the exact same thing out of you guys that any other YouTuber, whether it's, Markiplier, whether it's Jacksepticeye, whether it's, Angry Gamer Nerd, whether it's Angry Grandpa, whether it's, Smosh, Sea-Dog, like whoever it is that you guys watch. Do you have any idea how many people in their community would step up and be like, yo, this is fucked up? And I get it. A lot of you guys might not fully agree with everything that I do and everything that I've done. But at the end of the day, there are real people behind these televisions. These are real people behind these screens. And I'm not trying to force you to care. I'm not trying to tell you like, oh, you have to care about, what goes on. No, what I'm saying is that if you see something wrong going on, don't be silent. Speak up. Speak up. The only times I've sat here and I've watched YouTubers, content creators that have amazing content for small-time content creators that have wanted to reach out to me, talk to me, they were unable to. And I get it. Some of you guys hate me for literally just for the sake of hating me. And I get that. Some of you guys are on that hate bandwagon because you want to be part of that bandwagon. You want to be cool. And I get it. I do. I completely get it because, believe it or not, there was a point in time where I used to be on a hate train, dude. I've been part of plenty of hate trains. Later on, I regretted it, but I was still part of those hate trains for whatever that thing was, whether it was hating on Nickelback, because, hating on Nickelback was the cool thing to do back in the day. Which, not gonna lie, huge fan of Nickelback. Love their music. Whether it was hating on Nickelback or hating on, this person. And I get it. It's easy to hate. I get it. It's easy to hate on somebody that you don't know the full story of. I get it. But at the same time, instead of just sitting there and not doing anything and allowing that person to get steamrolled and watching that person go downhill so far that they spiral into a deep state of depression, when you sit there and you watch that, that shit hurts. Because there was a point in time where I spiraled so far out of control that about 4.5 years, well, 3.5 years ago now, going on 4 at the end of this year, that I had attempted 2 separate times within a 3-month time span. And let me tell you, after the second attempt, after I got the help that I needed to get, and after I got better, I went back and I looked. Because I wanted to see what people said when I was in that state of mind. When I was in that dark place in my mind. And there were some people that did reach out. And for those that did reach out, to this very day, I am beyond grateful to you guys for doing that. But there were some that just didn't care. And let me tell you, that hurt me. That hurt knowing that, that hurt me knowing that when I was in that vulnerable state, when I was truly on the edge, and I felt it was my only option, when I had felt like the world was so against me that I felt like I had no choice. When I was in that state of mind, when I was in that position, when I was going through all that, and I looked back and I saw what was said, do you know how disgusted I was at some of the comments? Because I couldn't understand how somebody could be so evil to actually enjoy watching somebody. Okay, you know, I was raised very old school, okay? I was raised very old school. I was raised that if you see something going on and you see somebody going through something, whatever you're doing at that point, it don't fucking matter. If that person is going through something, you put down whatever it is the fuck you're doing. And you help that person. And you be there for that person. And let me tell you, I would be there for anybody that's in chat right now. All 23 of y'all motherfuckers that are watching right now. If y'all were going through something, I would be there for you guys. Regardless of whether you trolled me, that to me don't matter. If I see y'all going through something, I would drop whatever the fuck I'm doing and I would help you guys out in any way that I could. Whether it's lending an ear to listen, whether it's stepping up and saying something, whether it's defending you guys on a live stream, I don't care. Whether they've hated on me or not, I don't fucking care. Because that don't matter to me. All that shit is secondary. And I can't wait, I'm going to say this, but if I saw William Gloryhole, an N-word boy, or even Music Biz Marty, you don't think I wouldn't defend them? Especially if they didn't do anything to that fucking person? If they didn't do anything to that person, I would step up and defend them. Now, if they did do something, then I would not step in, because they would have brought it on themselves. They brought it on themselves. But if they're sitting there doing their own thing, minding their own business, literally like out of nowhere. And if I saw them, I would step up and I would say something. Because I was raised and taught to do what is right no matter what, even if you stand alone. Even if you stand alone, you step up and you do what the fuck is right. And I get it. It's the cool thing to hate on me. Believe me, I get it. I understand. You know, I get that it's cool to hate on Cyraxx. I get it. But like I said, behind all of that, behind the screen, behind the rage outs, behind all that, is somebody that not a lot of people got to know. Behind all that is a person that's very hurt, that's destroyed, that's beyond devastated, that has survived some of the worst shit anybody could throw at anyone. I have been pushed to the brink of losing myself so many fucking times that I lost count. Like back in February, when I lost my now ex Kira, when I lost the love of my life, I didn't just lose the love of my life. I lost a sense of normalcy. I lost somebody that I would have given my entire life for. I lost somebody that I saw myself with in 10 years. And believe me, when that shit happened, I was devastated. I was a fucking wreck. I was beyond fucking destroyed. And am I just now getting back to normal? Yes. But in that moment, when I was going through that, I was so beyond hurt that I didn't know what to think. I didn't know how to feel. I was so fucking devastated because here's this wonderful woman that I've known for 13 plus years that I'm finally with. That I'm sitting here thinking I'm going to get to spend the rest of my life with and be a dad to her son and help raise her son as I had been doing for his entire life. You know, here I am living a normal life, spending time with the woman that I love, spending time with my son at the time. You know, living a normal life just as you guys do every day. You know, living that sense of normalcy. Being able to sit back, relax, you know, spend time with my fiance, spend time with, you know, my son. And then what happened? All of it got yanked away. Like that. And I'm not going to sit here and defend what she did. I'm not. Because she had a choice. But also I know that that choice was manipulated by the troll community. Because certain individuals like William Gloryhole and Edward Boy don't want to see me happy whatsoever. You know, people like William don't want to see me happy. Why? Because they're miserable with their own lives. They are completely miserable with their own lives. And I'd be lying if I didn't say that part of me doesn't miss my ex Kira and miss being a dad to her son Callum and living a normal life. There will always be part of me that will miss that. Because I do miss living that normal life. I do miss having that special someone that I can share my life with. That I can, you know, when the cameras are off, that I can, you know, be around and relax and be myself and not have to worry. I miss that. I miss that normal life. I miss having that special someone that has my back, that sees through all the bullshit, that sees me for who I am, that doesn't see me as, oh, you're this internet person, you're this, you're that. No. When I was with Kiro before the troll shit started, I was happy. And you want to know what made me the happiest? The fact that despite who I am, she saw right through the fucking bullshit. She saw right through everything and did not give a fuck what anyone said about me. But let me tell you, when William did what they did, and I lost all that, I was devastated. I'm not even going to lie, because when I reached out to try to confront her, I was beyond devastated when I heard what I heard. When I heard on speakerphone, that made me sick. That made me sick to my stomach, knowing that that was going on. Hearing the woman that I loved by another dude that should have been me fucking destroyed me. It fucking killed me for the longest time. And like I said, I'm not going to sit here and lie. There are still times where, I do, miss that life. And I understand that, to a lot of you guys, the point I'm trying to make in all this is, I understand that a lot of you guys don't see it as, oh, he's, a regular person. No, I am a regular person. Just like all of you in chat, I'm a regular human being. And I'm not going to sit here and try to convince you of that. Yo Lester, what's up, man? And to Lester, there's a reason why I blocked April, which I will get into that, because I know a lot of people are wondering what happened with you in April. I'll explain that here real soon. Point being that I was trying to make is, at the end of the day, there are real people behind these cameras. There are real feelings, real people. This isn't just oh, that guy's an entertainer. Their feelings don't matter. That's not true. Their feelings do matter. Because whether we want to admit to it or not, at the end of the day, these are real people that you guys watch. Real people can get hurt by actions outside of their control. And I'm a prime example of that. I've had so much bad shit happen to me that's outside of my control that I've done lost count. But as for the April thing, the reason why I blocked her was because she was being shady as fuck. And allow me to explain what I mean by shady as fuck. When me and her first ended up dating, she had sent me photos of her, or what I thought was her. And then I started noticing that, the photos just weren't adding up. So what did I do? I did some research. Found out that one photo that she sent me led to somebody else's Instagram that wasn't even her. And the reason why I know it wasn't her, because this person that was on Instagram had a bunch of videos. And I went in and I watched the videos and I listened to the vocal tone. I listened to the voice, and it was not April's voice. It was somebody entirely different. And then she also did the same thing for, certain. I'll let your mom wonder about the photos, but there were certain spicy photos. Let's just say that. And I image research. I did the reverse image search. Found out they went to somebody completely different. And when I asked her why she lied to me, she kept on making up this excuse of, oh, it really is me, but this is what's going on. It's like, no. And then when I asked her to FaceTime me, because, when I'm with somebody, I like to FaceTime, I like to see their face, I like to spend time with them, as if I'm actually there. She kept claiming that she had a phone that did not have a camera, but yet she's over here claiming that these photos on Instagram are of her and are current, but yet her phone doesn't have a camera. Kind of weird, ain't it? I mean, you got these photos that are supposedly current, which they were, but yet you supposedly don't have a camera that works. You see how fucked up that bracket is? How weird that sounds? Like, how you gonna have an Instagram with up-to-date photos but not have a camera on your fucking phone? Everybody's phones have working cameras nowadays. Whether it's from fucking 2005 or now, we all have cameras on our phones. That's no fucking excuse. And then for her to sit there and lie and say that person was her was pretty fucked. And now right there is exactly why I blocked her. Because I found out she was being fake. Because the first rule in a relationship is honesty. If you don't have honesty, you have literally nothing. If you can't be honest with your significant other, then how are you supposed to develop that relationship? How are you supposed to, cultivate and, make that relationship grow with that person? It's never going to work. Me, I was honest with her the entire time about who I was, what I went through, all that. I was 100% transparent and honest. I did not give a fuck about what anybody said about her, what anybody said about me. I was 1,000% transparent. Like, I told her, straight up, hey, this is what I've been through, this is what I've gone through, this is what I deal with, this is what you're probably going to deal with, but if you're okay with it, then we're all good. And she was. Until I found out she was lying. And when I confronted her on it, she got quiet. And I mean really quiet, really quick. She got that quiet that fast. Which told me she was trying to make up an excuse. Hence why I am no longer with her. Because I believe in honesty. I do not believe in being dishonest at all. And it pisses me off when somebody sits there and says, oh, this is me. But then I later find out you're lying. I do not believe in dishonesty. I hate dishonest motherfuckers. I hate that shit. Because if I catch you being dishonest, you're gone. And like I said, I'm not here to convince you guys of what side to be on or not be on. All I'm simply saying is that if you see something going on and you see that it's wrong, say something. Step up and do something. Because I'm going to tell you, even for all the haters that are in the comments right now, that are in the chat, you really think I give a fuck if you guys hate me or not? I'd step up and I'd help you guys at the drop of a hat. I really would. And I have done that before. And I would still do it. I don't believe in being fake. I don't believe in this whole, oh, I don't care about you even though you're on YouTube. I don't care about you as a person. I only care about the content that you make. I don't believe in that. I believe that if you're going to invest your time into watching somebody, into watching their content and enjoying what they do, that there is part of you that does give a fuck, or should give a fuck, if they're going through something, if they're dealing with something. Why? Because y'all are supposed to be that person's community. Y'all are supposed to be a community of motherfuckers that person can turn to at any point in time. Whether it's something going on, whether it's hanging out and just saying, hey, what's up? You know, y'all are supposed to be a community. Not separate people, not their own entities of like, oh, he's doing this, but I'm over here doing this. Nah, fuck that. I don't give a fuck whether you got 1 subscriber or 1 million subscribers. I don't give a fuck. If I see you going through something, I'm going to step up. I'm going to reach out. I'm going to be like, yo, you good? Is there anything I can do to help out? Like, what's going on? Do you know how many people that have wanted to reach out to me that couldn't? Because of trolls. Shit hurts. And like I said, like, I don't hate the haters. I don't. I don't hate any of you guys. Whether you're a hater or not, you can sit there and call me all the names in the book that you want. I don't give a fuck. I do not hate anyone. I might hate what they do, but I don't hate them as a person. Hell, I don't even hate William Gloryhole or N-Word Boy or Marty. I don't hate them as people. I hate their actions and what they've done. That's what I hate. If they would stop doing their vile actions, then we'd be all good. But that's what they do. That's their thing. I'm not going to knock them. It is what it is. Now, am I going to take back what's rightfully mine? Yes. That's not me. That's not what I do. That's not how I operate, and that's not how I was raised. I will never, and you can actually fact check me on this. I will never go to somebody's channel without reason. And I will not do that to anyone. Whether I hate them, whether they did something to me, I don't care. I do not fucking care. And you know, it's funny. This dude's sitting here saying, eyes closed, lies told. Did you ever start thinking that maybe it's fucking 2:30 in the fucking morning? And now I'm fucking tired as shit? But my mind's racing 1,000,000 miles a minute, so I had to get this shit out? You ever think about that? Point being, like I was saying at the beginning of this video, man, is all y'all that sit there and say that, oh, I don't care about this, I don't care about the content. Maybe you need to start looking at it from a different perspective and start caring about the person that you watch. Because that's not what I do. At the end of the day, I'm a content creator, I'm a human being who has feelings, who has a heart, who has a fucking brain. Just like any other content creator out there. At the end of the day, us content creators, we're people too. And we deserve to be treated as such.